if you're watching this, you're probably just like me, 20-ish years old and not lost, but don't know exactly what you're doing and don't know exactly what you want to do or how you're going to get to the point you want to be at. So if this video came across to you, it's probably for a reason. And I'd say that whatever I'm about to say, whatever God's going to say through me, you needed to hear. And I don't know, I guess I'm just going to start with just the point where I'm at is, like I said, I don't know what my next move is. And I think that not knowing what your next move is can be a scary thing. Most of the time it is. It can be very nerve-wracking and terrifying even to not know what your next move is. But I think the beauty of it is that when you trust God, your next move doesn't have to be known. You don't always have to know your next move. All you have to do is trust God, and He will put you into the position to be where you need to be, Like, I want a lot of things. I want to travel. I want a new car. I want a steady income from social media. I want all these things. But how could I ever get all these things if I don't trust God? And at the end of the day, what's the point in it all if I had all the money in the world, but no, like, you know what I mean? McDonald's?
I know it, man.
Oh, no.
Starving.
But yeah, I mean, what's the point in having all the money and everything you ever wanted if you don't have anything that you need? And at the end of the day, all you need is God. So I'm kind of not struggling, but trying to find a balance between being okay with who I am and where I am, but not being complacent and not being here forever, and trying to balance my ambitious acts and my want for more and my want for wealth and success, trying to balance all that with also knowing that I can't do it all. I have to trust God. I cannot continue on this path without trusting God. And something that hit me at the end of last year was, in this next season, you're going to have to step back and trust God's plan, because my plan isn't no good. I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know what I'm doing. I just put my phone down and started talking and yapping because I felt like I needed something to say. And, who knows if this video is going to do well? Who knows if this is going to even reach people, But I know that if it reaches one or two, that's all it needed to reach. And I don't know what I'm doing. I hope that helps whoever's watching this. Nobody knows what they're doing. None of us know what we're doing. We got an idea. I know what I want to do. I know that I have to take certain steps in order to get where I want to be. But I've never done this before. Something my mom said to me a while back, probably a year ago, a little over a year ago now. She said, no, this was a long time ago. I was 16. She said, I've never raised a 16-year-old before. And I was like, it really struck me, at the time I just kind of let it, whatever. But like looking back on that, it really strikes me as like, nobody has been right here, right now, ever. You've never been right here at this age, at this exact time, ever in your life. How could you know what to do? You learn by doing. You learn by every step you take forward. You don't learn from other people. I follow this dude named Wade Houston, and I love his videos. And one thing he always says is, you can read the Bible, you can read any self-help book, you can watch 1,000 podcasts a day. This information that you obtain from these things will never fully change you until you apply them into your life, until you do the things that you're learning. That will teach you, because you're going to fail. In order to succeed, you must fail and fail and fail. And failure comes in many different ways. Failure comes as losing your job, not getting as many views on a video that you wanted. Failure comes as not selling as many of the product as you thought you would. The failure comes as having trouble getting the product, having trouble sourcing. All of these things, failure comes in many different ways. But failure, true failure, doesn't come unless you stop trying. Because a video not doing well can be worked around. Why wasn't the video engaging? Why didn't people click on it? You know, all these things can be worked around. How would you know how to make a good video if you never made a bad one? How would you know how to make a good product if you never made a bad one? How would you know how to sell a product if you didn't know how to sell one previously? It's all a learning game, man. And this is just part of it. You have to learn. In order to learn, you must fail. So failure is beautiful to me. And I say that because I know it, not because I feel it. I don't feel like failure is beautiful. Whenever I have hard times and struggles and, you know, moments where I'm just like, I don't know what to do, not for a second does it feel like, yes, this is going to come, like something good is coming from this. Never does it feel like that. But looking back, every time I ever had a hard struggle or a point in my life where I was going through, where all I could do was pray, every time God came through. And every time I learned. And every time I've grown. You know, every time. It never fails. You never fail to succeed further from something bad happening. I think, I love the quote. It says, beautiful people come from ugly situations. I may have botched that a little bit, but you get the point. Beautiful people come from ugly situations. Just trust God. I don't know. I didn't even know why I came out here. You know, I just wanted to come outside and catch some sun. But it turns out, you know, that I was supposed to do this. And I know you on the other side of the screen are watching this right now. And, you know, you probably clicked on this video because you don't know what's going on. You don't know what you need to do. And I think that you can find beauty in not knowing what you need to do. You can find beauty in not knowing how to do it. You can find peace in every situation, beauty in every situation. I think that it's a matter of learning that it's there. And it's a matter of figuring out how to fine-tune your mind to see the things that you don't normally see. And to attract yourself to a positive mind state instead of a negative one. If you wake up and the first thing you do every day is open your phone, check your likes, check your views, scroll for a minute, check everybody's story, take in some negative and positive information, or just information that you don't need. If you do this every day, at the beginning of your day, how could you ever expect a productive day? Mentally and physically productive day. How could you expect it? You couldn't. Because the first thing you did was fill your mind with everybody else's knowledge, everybody else's stuff. Meditation will help you so much. Meditation has really brought me back to who I am. You know, the other day I sat out here, right here in this spot, in the sun, and I just journaled, and I was listening to this song. It's called Taking Time by Lovekin. I think that's how you say it. Lovkin. And it's a beautiful song. But this time it hit me a little bit different. You know, there's a verse in there that says, taking time away to figure out what's driving me insane. I'm taking time. I'm taking time. And that really hit me because that's what I was doing. And it's just beautiful how, like, you can stray away from God. You can run, you can hide, but you can't stay forever. And God is always right there whenever you come back. He always is. It's like the story of the prodigal son. He left. He went to Vegas. He partied. He spent all his inheritance. And when he came back, his dad saw him from a distance. and ran to him, embracing him. And he told his father, he said, Father, I'm not worthy to be your son anymore. I'm not worthy to be your son. Just make me a servant. For the servants had it better than I did. They have a food, place to sleep. And you know what his dad did? His dad took a ring off his finger, gave him a ring, gave him his robe, dressed him up nice, brought him home, and he had a party for him. And he celebrated his coming back, his return. You see, God doesn't shame you for going off. He's waiting for you to come back so we can celebrate. All the angels in heaven rejoice when you come back to God. There's a big party in heaven every time somebody comes back. Because God doesn't condemn you. God sends conviction, but he never condemns you. God loves you, and God is your Father. So when you step away from God, he never takes it to heart. He never gets frustrated. He waits patiently for you to come back. And one thing I've noticed is that I would rather, how do I say this? There's no place I'd rather be than in the presence of God. And I know that. Every time I rediscover this, every time I rediscover it, it's like something new that I never knew. It's like something I had never found out, even though I already knew it. And I don't know why I keep forgetting. But I don't know. Life is crazy. Life sure is crazy, but it's beautifully crazy. You know, and if this helped any of you guys, I believe it did. It helped me just saying it. So, you know, I'm gonna start posting on here more. I need to get more of this out of myself. You know, I'm gonna use you guys as a venting space from now on, that where I could just come and talk to you and, you know, express my feelings. And I realize that the things that I think don't matter, the things that I believe just are normal to me, that nobody wants to hear, are the things that need to be heard the most. So if I give you one word of advice, just because you don't think it's worth telling doesn't mean it's not worth telling. Actually, it probably means that you're being held back by the enemy in some way from saving somebody's life, from helping somebody on their journey. I'm sorry. My freaking storage. I'm surprised my phone ran that long, to be honest. I didn't think it was gonna give me that long of a video, but my storage ran out, so I had to go delete some stuff. And I don't remember exactly what I was even saying, but I hope that this video reached you well. I hope that there's something that you can learn from this. Like I said, I know that I learn more and more about myself every time I do something like this. And I'm gonna continue to, like I said, I'm gonna continue to reach out to you guys and just share my life. That's all. That's what it's all about. I mean, one day my kids are gonna be able to go back and look at this. One day my grandkids are gonna be able to come back and look at this, you know? And, you know, I guess to close it, we're all here to help each other. We're all here to learn and grow in our spirituality, in our physical body, in our mental state. We're all here to help each other grow and learn. So I want to leave a challenge with you guys. I challenge you to wherever you go today, wherever you go for the next 3 days, we'll say, for the next 3 days, I want you to get out of your comfort zone, get out of that box. And one way you can do that, set a thing, 10 compliments a day. Give 10 compliments, and you have to mean them. You can't just give meaningless compliments. If you don't like their shirt, don't say you like their shirt. You know, mean the compliments. But compliment people. You know, maybe walk around with a smile. For what for no reason other than you're alive and well, and that you are loved by the creator of the universe. So spread that love. Walk around with a smile. It's not that hard. When you walk around sad, it just brings that energy everywhere. Don't say, when somebody asks you, how are you doing today? Don't say, I'm doing all right. Not too bad. So you're doing bad, just not too bad. But to close, I love you all. And like I said, challenge yourself to be kind. Whether that kindness is compliments, whether that kindness is a smile, whatever it is. Be kind to others. Be joyful because you're alive. I love you guys. I'll see you when I see you.